This is the luxury world. Get inspired with us today and tomorrow. The Rolex market has seen notable shifts over the past year, with numerous watches featured in Rolex advertisements now available at prices lower than their initial retail value. Specifically, certain Rolex models are now being retailed below their original price point. In this video presented by the luxury world, we will examine specific models we deem to provide exceptional value for prospective buyers. Additionally, we will provide insights into Rolex models that are less favored than others, which could pose challenges in future resale and may experience higher depreciation rates. If you have not subscribed to our channel, we encourage you to do so to stay informed about our upcoming videos. To start, let us delve into the Date 41 collection. Models adorned with a fluted bezel, a jubilee bracelet, and distinctive dials such as blue, Wimbledon, or mint green maintain their value effectively. Conversely, those with silver, white, or gray dials are priced lower than their retail counterparts, rendering them less sought after unless they align with personal preferences. Even variants featuring a smooth bezel and jubilee bracelet warrant consideration, although it has a slight price increase. For example, the fluted jubilee iteration has experienced a price hike to £92,000. Within the steel and gold selection, particularly those sporting the fluted jubilee, prices remain below the listed price, although retail values have gone up. Take, for instance, the steel and rose gold model, which can fetch £12,450, hovering close to or slightly below its retail price. Now, let us delve into the Daytona range, a beloved choice among enthusiasts. Beginning with the steel and gold variations, the updated retail price stands at £17,300. However, unless it displays either the black or white dial, it falls short in terms of investment potential. The champagne dial, despite its charm, now positions as a watch at list or under list price due to the updated retail pricing, leaving minimal room for profitability. Opting for the black dial may yield a slight profit, while the white dial could potentially yield a more significant profit. Nonetheless, it is crucial to exercise caution, given the current market dynamics that may restrict the ability to resell the watch for a profit. Let us explore the domain of full gold timepieces, specifically homing in on yellow gold. Here, we have the discontinued Paul Newman model with its distinctive red chronograph marker, which many enthusiasts find truly captivating. However, unless acquiring the Paul Newman dial or another unique dial variant, purchasing this model is not recommended. Its new retail price exceeds £34,000, marking a significant increase from £15,000 a decade ago, indicating a downward trend in its value. Similarly, let us consider the rose gold model, which now commands a retail price of £37,200. Unless it boasts a special dial, such as the discontinued chocolate dial, it is not a prudent investment. The new variants available lack the appeal necessary to justify selling them above retail price, making them a definite pass. Now, let us delve into the realm of special dial variants, which include the Pikachu, Paul Newman, and Ghost versions. These are the ones that warrant consideration. Retail prices for yellow gold have escalated to £26,800, and for rose gold, they have reached £28,100. If you happen upon one of these top three dials, it is a definite buy. For instance, if you encounter the black dial variant priced just above £27,000, you could potentially realize a profit of £1,000 by selling it for £28,000. However, for any other entry-level dials, it is a definite pass, especially given the current market dynamics. Unless presented with one of the four special dials, Pikachu, Paul Newman, Ghost, or the black dial, within the Rolex Daytona Oyster Flex range, it is advisable to abstain from purchasing them. Let us explore the GMT range, beginning with the Bad Girl variant. It is essential to highlight that the retail price for this watch has gone up, now sitting at £9,550. It is significant to understand that while retail prices for sports professionals have increased, gray market prices have decreased. As a result, it is important to recognize the limited potential for substantial returns when contemplating a purchase or sale. Moving on to GMT Master Pepsi, it is important to highlight its anticipated discontinuation and an 80% reduction in production, rendering it a rare find. However, it is crucial to acknowledge that demand for this watch is infrequent, and if you do receive an offer, it is worth considering for purchase. Despite its scarcity, it is unlikely to result in frequent inquiries from Rolex authorized dealers. Now, let us discuss the steel and gold variants. We have the steel and gold GMT with the green and black bezel. The new retail price for this timepiece has recently been raised to £14,600, up from £13,800 last year. While it is not a must-buy unless you are acquiring it for personal enjoyment, we highly recommend considering it for your collection due to its exceptional features. Moving on, we have the GMT Root Bear, which emerged as one of the best-selling GMTs of 2023. If you happen to acquire this watch, you may see a profit, although it may not be substantial. As for the full gold GMT Root Bear, it is an exquisite timepiece. However, the current retail price has surged to a robust £35,600, representing a significant increase in today's market. Despite its appeal, it may not be worth purchasing at this price point. Turning our attention to the Submariner lineup, we note that the steel and yellow gold models featuring black or blue dials have experienced an uptick in their retail prices. Previously hovering just below retail, they are now closer to it. For instance, the retail price of the black dial variant has risen from £13,150 to £13,700, making it unwise to sell unless willing to accept a slight loss. The blue dial version typically commands a higher price. Let us now consider the Sunburst Blue Submariner. Despite its allure, its retail price remains steady at £137, aligning with the new recommended price. Unless one has a strong personal preference for it, we would advise against it as it falls within the Submariner range. Shifting our focus to the full gold models, encompassing both yellow gold and white gold variants, let us examine the 18-karat white gold model, part of a new series we are introducing. Surprisingly, its latest retail price stands at £367. It is an exquisite timepiece, featuring a captivating blue dial and substantial weight. However, it is now valued at under £30,000, so purchasing it at retail price would incur a loss. Similarly, the yellow gold variant, with a retail price of approximately £342, falls into the same category, priced below £30,000. Let us delve into the Skydweller range, with particular emphasis on the steel variants, which enjoy high popularity. We have countless examples to discuss, featuring 4 dial combinations: white, black, blue, and the rare mint green. Among these, the blue dial has demonstrated greater popularity. Additionally, there is the black variant on a Jubilee bracelet, a less common white dial on Jubilee, and a new reference Jubilee with a blue dial. Rolex has set the current retail price for these models at £13,800. Recently, a blue dial Jubilee variant was listed online and sold for $19,950. However, it is noteworthy that certain dial colors, such as blue, are only commanding a few thousand over the retail price, indicating prevailing market trends. While many enthusiasts genuinely admire this watch, it is essential to exercise caution when contemplating a purchase, particularly if it is offered at or near the retail price. Turning to the full gold Skydwellers, it is important to note that the new retail prices are £42,000 for yellow gold and £44,000 for rose gold. However, these models are considered a pass. It is advisable not to purchase these watches at retail, as they are often cheaper on the gray market and can prove challenging to sell, with authorized dealers seeking to offload them from the inventory. What are your thoughts on the topic we shared in this video? We would like to see your answers and opinions in the comments section. Remember to follow us too and give us a thumbs up. Once again, this is the Luxury World, and we look forward to seeing you again in our future videos.